All right, guys. So we're joined with not Coach Decatur, Coach Distelrath.
Yep.
He is our location leader out at our Midland location. So he's been nice enough to join us today and tell us a little bit about what he does in his day to day. So Coach Distelrath, I'm going to give a little bit of a pre-story. He came to me when you were 19.
Yep, about 19 years
19. Didn't really have a position open at that time, and he was living about an hour and a half away from us, and he ended up coming back to me, offered to assist classes for free, and just refused to take no for an answer. And then before you know it, he was an assistant, and then before you know it, he was a full-time location leader, killing it.
Yep.
So some persistence paid off when it comes to Coach D. So, but anyways, can you tell the audience a little bit about, I guess, how you got to this point outside of what I just told them?
Oh man, so yeah, I was at that point in my life where I had just graduated high school and didn't really have an idea what I wanted to do. I was in college, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And then I saw the job ad of a martial arts instructor. And at first I was like, man, is this like legit? And then I came in for a meeting and got to train with part of the team. And instantly, I was hooked. There's a lot of camaraderie going on. We've lots of one-on-one training. The amount of effort that management puts into their coaches here is insane. Started off with the martial arts. I did Taekwondo, a little bit of background in that, and kind of implementing the MMA with that. I just fell in love. I really enjoy the atmosphere here. Always getting to work out, we're getting to train together, we're getting to impact a lot of the students, and from day one I was hooked. As soon as I walked through those doors, I was like, this is awesome.
That's awesome. So tell them a little bit about your day to day. What's a day in the life of Coach D?
Awesome. So just get up, and then a lot of times what we do is we'll meet. We'll meet for our meetings on Mondays and Wednesdays. Basically, you get to go through your own little workout while also having fun while doing it. We go over some of the teaching principles, so they kind of teach us how to become a coach while also developing us as martial arts as well. There's a lot of stuff about progression too. We're constantly learning, we're constantly looking to get better, and just working a lot on self-improvement. From there, usually what we'll do is we'll take lunch, and then we'll go to our facility, wherever it may be. And then from there, we basically get ready for our kid classes. From there, we're going to teach our tiny ninjas, which is 3 and 4 year olds, 5 to 7, 8 to 12. And then at the end of the night, we get in a good workout with our teens and adult classes.
Yeah, very good. So, you're big into martial arts, heavy into business as well, have a good mind on you. What do you like most about your position? Like, what keeps you here?
I just like, first of all, it's the self-development. We're constantly improving, never satisfied. We're looking to get more, looking to be more. And that's really opened up a lot of windows for me as well. On top of it, just the amount of impact that you're helping these students out with. There's some students who come in and they just need us. And these students, you'll see them like hit these just giant like spurts. They just become a whole new person when they're in the program. Seen a really shy kid who was once hiding on the chair when they first came in, looking for just something to do, and they become some of our best students. They're becoming leaders. They're progressing. They're being confident with the martial arts, and they're ultimately shooting for that goal of someday getting their black belt. So that's really cool to see a student transform into like a whole new person with the program.
Awesome. So you guys can tell by the way he's talking that he's super passionate about this, right? And that comes from a lot of self-drive. You're always working to improve yourself, doing the Get Paid to Read program.
Of course.
We have some things set up for you, so you know what you need to do to get to a certain level. And you came up pretty quick.
Sure.
So tell them a little bit about the process that you go through with retraining and training, whether that's in martial arts or in business. I know we just took a trip a while ago to Florida.
Yep.
So tell them about that.
Yeah. So he had mentioned the Paid to Read program. So basically, what it is you're being paid to self-educate. Like, what's better than that? Like, you listen to audiobook. We got Jocko, David Goggins, you name it. Lots of podcasts, lots of learning as far as that goes, and you get paid to do it. It's awesome, and you can take that and apply that into your everyday life. We're doing business trips too. We recently did take a trip to Orlando where we sat in. It was about 3 days. We did a seminar where we were learning different teaching principles, stuff to make ourselves better, not only us, but how to make our students' experience better. So we're getting to travel and do that, have fun while we're doing it. And again, just as far as like the self-improvement, we're basically getting paid to learn how to do martial arts and learning how to teach and how to pass that on to our students. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Coach D, when I pull up to your facility, there's a bright, shiny red Dodge Challenger sitting out in the front of the studio, and sometimes I wonder who the boss is because that's not my car. So, you know, financially you're doing pretty well. You're about to have a young family. You just bought your own house. How old are you now? 22?
22.
He's just turned 22. Tell them, you don't have to go into specific numbers, but tell them a little bit about, you know, financially what this has done for you.
Oh man, this has opened up so many windows for me. When I first had applied, again, I didn't know where I was at. I was working at a restaurant part-time and just kind of stuck. I was driving an hour every day, and once I was hired, I was able to actually afford to move out here. I went from assistant, quickly bumped up to program manager, and from there, I was able to buy a house, which I thought was going to take years, especially nowadays. From there, I was able to get a new car. Recently got the Dodge Challenger too, so loving that. And which was always my dream car. I thought like, man, when I'm like my 30s, 40s, I'll be able to get that. But was able to do it. And on top of that, I'm making enough to cover not only living expenses for myself, but recently going to be having a child of my own at home. And I'm able to support myself, my girlfriend, and the kid comfortably. It's really, really awesome that I'm in a position that I can even think about doing that. So I'm very, very grateful for that.
That's awesome. So tell them a little bit about, you know, personally, I'm big on the harder you work, the more money you make, right? Everyone should be incentivized to do better, right? If you grow, we grow, everybody grows. So tell them about the profit share and how that works.
Yeah, of course. So basically, you're running your own business. The more that you work, the more that you bring in, the harder that you really drive, you go for it, the more you're going to make. We do make a percentage of what our business makes. So that pretty much goes without saying. The harder you work, the more you're going to get. And you'll have these months that are just absolutely insane. I'm getting these paychecks that I never thought was even possible at my age. And that's just because you just got to push for it. You want something, work your butt off, and they'll take care of you.
Awesome. So whoever's watching this, Coach D, I'm sure is considering or playing around with the idea of trying us out, joining our team. You know, for a lot of people, it's a big jump. Maybe they already have a career and they're comfortable.
Yep.
Maybe they're just looking for a new job. So what would be the advice, and would you recommend that they take a leap of faith and check us out?
Oh, of course. It's like just coming in and trying out. Like, it can't hurt. Very least, you get to come in and do a workout. Get to learn a little bit of MMA. Get to get a couple from students. Like, it's awesome that you can go about that. But it's just mind blowing. Like, you're gonna be making enough. Like, you don't have to worry about college debt, anything like that. Like, within a year, like, I was making like 5 times what I was before. So just coming in and just seeing what the program's about, at the very least, you're going to get put through a good workout. But it's definitely crazy when you come in, the amount of camaraderie of the team, very, very tight-knit. They're all really great to work with. So at the very least, you get to come in and try that out. So, and then a lot of people fall in love with it too. The interview process of going through and getting out on the mat, discovery day where you get to get in front of students is just, it's awesome.
That's perfect. You mentioned student debt. So, guys, this 22-year-old guy, he is making more than what he would if he had a 4-year degree, and he's not $100,000 or $150,000 in debt from college. Okay, I'm biased because I didn't go to college either. I did for a short time before I got into this business.
Yep.
But that is the benefit. If you like what you do anyways, you might as well make money and be happy with it. You know. So if you guys have a passion for martial arts, check us out. So would you recommend that somebody come check us out then?
Oh, of course. Like, don't hesitate. A lot of times people are like, oh, maybe I could do that someday. I might think about it. Am I capable of doing this? Like, just do it. Whether you have martial arts experience or not, teaching or not, like, everyone, give it a try. At the very least, you're like, oh, this isn't for me. But we found a lot of people who came in just wanting to see what it's about. Like, yeah, I could try it. And they have their own facility now. It's crazy. So at the very least, give it a try. And you stick with it. You work hard. You will not regret it.
Cool. All right, Coach D, thank you so much for your time today. I
Sure.
appreciate you sharing your story.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.